and it's called Dream It, Do It.
Yes, we're doing the Dream It, Do It Entrepreneurship Camp this July 11th.
Okay.
So I'm a student at the University of Houston.
Oh, cool.
Specifically a senior at the Wolffest Center for Entrepreneurship.
Okay.
And before the seniors graduate the entrepreneurship program, we have to participate in a competition called Wolffest.
Wolffest.
And I have a team of 9 students, including myself. And this year, to compete, we're doing something that no other team has done before. We've combined our business plan competition with a social cause.
Oh, wow. Okay. So now when you, this sounds so natural though, to do that. Does it not? Is that just because you say it's unique, but to me, I feel like if you're working for a project and it's always good to include to help somebody outside the project, that makes sense to do it. So on your part, it's very smart. But I can't believe no one else has thought of that.
Well, it's really cool because it combines the mission of the Wolffest Center for Entrepreneurship. Their mission is to spread entrepreneurship awareness and to get out in the community. And the University of Houston is located in the 3rd Ward, and their mission is also to increase publicity for the university, get involved in the community, help people become more interested in the University of Houston. So we have found a way to combine several different desires of some large institutions and create a really positive change.
Yeah, so far so good, because this is coming up at the 31st, right? Is that
yes?
Is that
so
the date?
We are right now. We're over 10% funded, which is incredible. We've had amazing support from local businesses, local entrepreneurs, and also some big companies. And until the 1st, we will be raising money. You can go to dreamithouston.com to donate. We're also on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay.
Facebook.com/dreamithouston, Twitter.com/dreamithouston. And what's so important about donating is because we cannot reach our goal without our donors. And our donors have played a phenomenal part in our project of publicity, being on the radio. Next Tuesday, we're going to be on TV. We're going to be on Deborah Duncan's Great Day Houston. So this is a really exciting thing for a lot of people. It's exciting for the students because we're competing in this competition. We're competing to win and to raise money for our school.
Always got to win, man. Always got to win.
Yeah, play to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So... And we will be raising money for our school and Generation One Academy. Generation One Academy is a school that's in 3rd Ward. They go from kindergarten up to the 6th grade. Next year, they're advancing all the way from kindergarten to the 7th and 8th grade. So they're growing.
Wow, yeah.
They've been in 3rd Ward for 3 years, and they've grown really fast, and they do amazing things. So specifically, they help what's called an at-risk child. This is a child who's facing some special circumstances. But Generation One, it's not a sad place. You go and you meet the teachers and the program coordinators. It's a great place for these kids to really get involved and advance in their education. They've got so many success stories of the students, of lives that they've turned around. And they've chosen 9 students to be a part of our Dream It, Do It Entrepreneurship Camp on July 11th. And on July 11th, we'll be having a speaker named Dr. DeMartini. Have you heard of him before?
No. It sounds like an interesting last name, though.
He's an incredible guy. At the age of 17, he could not read or write. He's a native Houstonian, and now he travels over 360 days a year, and he's written over 30 books. He is all about overcoming your challenges and making your dreams come true. But so often people dream and they don't put any strategies into place. We've all got the head in the clouds. And what this camp is about, it's helping these children from the 3rd Ward actually do what they dream. So they don't, it's not just, I want to go to college. Let's figure out a way. Let's figure out a way to make a plan. Go to college. What do you want to be when you grow up? And what do you have to do to get there?
And then my question is, how did you find Generation One? Because it just fit with what you're trying to do, or...
So when we started the competition, our team, we wanted to do something different. We wanted to do something where we could get a larger audience and get people involved, because this is not just a competition for the business school. It's a competition with the Wolffest Center for Entrepreneurship and the University of Houston, and thousands of University of Houston students participate in this competition by coming to the makeshift restaurants that we open for 3 days to see who can compete the best, who can run the best operating business in just 3 days, and who can raise the most money for the Wolffest Center. Because the Wolffest Center, we take business plan competitions. This semester we flew up to Nebraska to meet Warren Buffett. So we do all kinds of cool stuff that we pay for ourselves. And so this competition is how we generate the funds for our school. And so when our team was sitting there like, how can we compete in this competition? How can we do something different? How can we win? We thought, we've just got to get bigger. We've got to get out there. We've got to do something that's really important. So I started some research. And I started doing research around the demographics of the University of Houston. and it's startling. Only 7% of third ward residents will ever graduate college. That's crazy. That means 93% of people in the third ward can plan on not going to college, which is insane.
That is, I mean, we're talking about hundreds and maybe thousands of people.
Yeah.
So
it's insane. So our team was like, okay, we can do something to help change this. So we did a little bit of research, and Generation One Academy popped up really soon because they're a very large force in the third ward, helping children get through school, which is directly aligned with our values of helping people go to college, specifically the University of Houston, because the University of Houston has made great strides within the past few years. We're a Tier 1 research university. The Wolff Center for Entrepreneurship,
y'all are probably my dad graduated from the entrepreneur school.
Oh, really?
So,
cool.
Yeah, I think he might be judging this competition. If there's outside judges,
Yeah,
I know he does that yearly. And
cool.
So,
what year did he graduate?
That's a good question. A long time ago. But no, he always talks about he's an entrepreneur himself. My grandfather's an entrepreneur himself, and then my grandmother's dad is also an entrepreneur. They started a business in Houston a long time ago. And you might have heard of Pilgrim Cleaners.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was I come from a history of entrepreneurs, and that's why I'm like, this is more of an entrepreneurial thing here because I started the radio station.
Right.
But U of H is pretty dang cool. That's for sure.
Yes.
And this Generation One is very interesting because they start young, which is important. And then I'm guessing their goals. I know you're not a representative of theirs, but would you say they're trying to go all the way to high school with their campus?
Yeah, they're getting there. It's incredible. Just last week we were meeting with them, and I mean, their school, they receive no government funding. So just like our campaign relies on our donors, Generation One Academy as a whole, they rely on donors. So our campaign is bringing a lot of awareness to what they do because there are people who haven't even heard of them before. They've only been there for 3 years and they've already grown.
That's
so
amazing
much.
that they deal with that many grades, different grade skills or grade levels.
It's amazing. They provide meals for the students. They give each student a ride home after school. So the parents, if they're working or, if there's a single parent just supporting the family, then the kids can get a ride home from school, so it takes off the burden. The children eat at the school. I mean, it's amazing everything they do for these kids. And these kids, they are some of the best and the brightest kids you'll meet. If you go to dreamithouston.com and watch our video, you'll see these kids talking about their hopes, their dreams, what they love about the school. Even one student, he said that one of his favorite things about Generation One Academy was all the cool books that they give them. I mean, how many kids say one of my favorite things about school is the books? I mean, that's what these people are doing for these children.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So if I want to help out and I go to dreamithouston.com and that supports you guys, especially with this competition, that's good to be competitive in a world like this, even though you're helping people. I think that's a good attitude. Mentality to have the competitive mentality, but your website's pretty dang easy to use. dreamithouston.com. They have a support tab. You have all about us. You have a donate tab, and you can actually donate towards the bottom. Different pledge numbers. If you have $10,000, feel free to donate to dreamithouston.com. It's at the very bottom right there. All the above. Oh, so y'all kind of run it kind of like a Kickstarter almost because you get perks if you donate.
So
okay.
it's part of the new trend of crowdfunding, which is it's still relatively new, although some people say that, people have been doing it for many years. But now it's becoming popular, where people are running online campaigns, and you're seeing on Facebook, and hey, support my online campaign. And what's great about crowdfunding is we're capturing a different set of donors because not everyone can donate $10,000 to the school. Not everyone can donate even $1,000. So a lot of my friends, family, colleagues, they've been able to participate because you can donate anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. So we have friends donating $5, $10, $250, $500. So really, no matter where you are or what your circumstances are, you can help.
Yeah. I have to look at number 3. I guess if you pledge $10, you get extra credit for a U of H student. How did you sneak that one in there?
So that was a strategy that we were going to implement. We were going to speak to teachers and say, hey, if you can get your students to donate $10, I think it'd be a great extra credit opportunity. We're still working on that. There's an ethical conversation.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Should students pay for extra credit?
I get a 0.5 for $10? All right.
So that's still in the works. And certainly we want to compete in the most ethical way that we can, especially the nature of our competition and our team.
I thought you wanted to win.
You can win and do it ethically.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. You got to prove it, though.
Yep.
So that's great, man. So dreamit.houston.com. Dream It Do It is the
Entrepreneurship camp this July 11th.
July 11th. You know what? We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Christopher of Dream It Do It, dreamit.houston.com. And we're going to learn a little bit more about Christopher. I want to know where he's coming from, because if he goes to U of H and he goes to entrepreneurial school, he's got to have some fire burning in him, and I want to know where that fire came from. Music right now. We're going to take a little quick break with Tony Pritchett, You're My Star. You're listening to Lone Star in the Mornings. We'll be right back. That was Brandon Ryder, Backroads. We are back on Mornings with Lone Star. I'm hanging out with Christopher Wick of the Dream It Do It, dreamit.houston.com, for his competition for the Wolffest. Man, that's such a cool name. And then they're a big supporter with generation1.net, and they're a school for the third ward kids from kindergarten to 6th grade for right now, and then they're moving to 7th and 8th. But we're back in the studio, Lone Star Studios. It's 8:46, like I said. I want to get to know Christopher before he has to go before the switch hour. I'm sorry that you have to leave. I hope you're having a good time. But tell me a little bit more about you, because what's going on behind dreamit.houston.com. I want to know the CEO, because I looked at About Us and it says you're the head honcho.
Yep,
I didn't realize I have the head honcho in the studio. But tell me a little bit more about you.
So I'm graduating the Wolff Center for Entrepreneurship this May, and it's an 18-month program. Hundreds of students apply to the Wolff Center every year, and no year they do not accept any more than 40 students for each class. And thankfully, a year and a half ago, I was one of those 40 students.
Oh, wow.
And the Wolff Center for Entrepreneurship has transformed my college experience. And that's why I'm so passionate about this competition. That's why I'm so passionate about winning Wolffest, is because the Wolff Center for Entrepreneurship gives students so much. They provide personal mentors. They provide retreats for the students to help understand themselves better and help to get to know one another. They provide the training, rigorous training for how to be a chief executive and how to really be an effective entrepreneur. And so when Wolffest came about, I wanted to be team CEO because I want to be the team that gives back to the program more than any other team. Yeah. Because the Wolff Center has given me so much. I've seen my classmates transform. I've seen my own life transform. So this competition allows me the opportunity to do as much as I can for the program because of everything they have so freely given us. So this competition, Wolffest, we're trying to raise money. And this money goes to 3 different purposes. The Wolff Center for Entrepreneurship, Generation One Academy, and then at the end of the day, we'd like to write a grant to Generation One Academy to help continue their program.
I see that on your pledge amount. You actually can do a scholarship.
Yes. So go to dreamit.houston.com. Check out our campaign. Even if you don't have a lot of funds, you can still help, and it feels great to be a part of something big. We send an email to every single donor. So no matter if you donate $5, $10, you're still going to hear from us. And I want to talk to the people getting involved because this is an opportunity for people of all walks of life to get involved. So we've got local entrepreneurs who are helping on their level. We've got executives who are helping from their level. And then we're having people like friends and family helping out and doing what they can. Even other college students, which is shocking because college students are broke. Even college students are donating to our campaign. This is why this is so important and so big. So go to dreamit.houston.com. Check us out. Press the donate button. Give from your heart. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter, Dream It Houston. We've got hundreds of followers on Facebook. We've got thousands of followers on Twitter. And if you donate a certain amount, we send out a shout out to you or your business. So for the people who decide to donate more, this can be effective marketing for you. There's no better marketing than a company getting involved in their community and helping other people and helping the people behind them and the next generation, because it's not just about this lifetime. It's about helping the people behind us.
That's true. I mean, if you can tell that by just visiting the website. You
Right.
really can. And thank you so much for coming in. I know this is going to be exciting, even though it's on. So on March 31st, that is the deadline. For what?
So
What's that?
Right now, we are raising money up until April 7th.
April 7th, okay.
Our initial deadline was April 1st, but with how exciting this has been and how many people getting involved, we wanted to extend it an additional 7 days.
Okay.
So this is only limited time. This is not, do it next week. This is not put it on your to-do list to donate to Dream It Houston. This is today. This is now, because if you go to our website, you can literally see the clock literally running out, which is awesome because it creates a sense of urgency. When the University of Houston newspaper interviewed us, the Daily Cougar, they said, did y'all do this clock on purpose? Because it really excites you. It really gets you involved. And we said, yes, that's what crowdfunding is all about, that it really is a limited time thing. And so get involved now.
Okay, so just visit dreamithouston.com. And if you want to know a little bit more information about what they're doing, that website's a great place to go. And another great website is who they're supporting is Generation One. And you can find more information about that school in the 3rd Ward at generationone.net. Christopher, thank you so much for coming in and being part of Mornings with Lone Star. We'll definitely be talking about you until April 7th. That's what I'm going to be doing. So before you leave, I want to just ask you, what am I allowed to say? Because I don't want to say the wrong thing. But we're going to be right back with the Switch Hour at 9 o'clock. I think we have a special announcement today, she was telling me. So we have a special announcement for the Switch Hour. Music until then, we got Cross Canadian Ragweed, Carter Beckworth, and here's some Kevin Fowler. Now you're talking. Thanks again, Christopher, for coming in. DreamItHouston.com. Donate today. Here's Kevin Fowler. Now you're talking. You're listening to Mornings with Lone Star. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, this is Tina, your host from Retro Saturdays. I wanted to invite you to visit the Lone Star Studios here in downtown Conroe, Texas. We're all volunteers here, and we need your help in serving the Montgomery County area. Radio media is a fun field to be in. Lone Star Internet Radio serves Montgomery County with news, current events, local programming, and of course, music. If you are interested in volunteering and sharing your talents in media, go to irlonestar.com and let us hear from you. Lone Star Internet Radio, serving Montgomery County from the heart of downtown Conroe.